Okay. Hi, hello everyone. My name is Asia. I'm the CEO of Lady in Red, and I'm a grad student at Concordia University. And I'm here today to talk about depression. And I understand that this is supposed to be an event about being fearless and empowering, but my interactions with being depressed at a point in my life kind of led me to create my business and to empower myself. So a couple of facts about depression. It's more likely to be found in women, especially women of color. And with women of color, it can be more severe for numerous reasons. Some of the reasons include people wanting to keep that away from their family, from their friends, people worrying about how it will affect their career, people thinking that you might be crazy, and people not wanting to be weak. And I feel like in our community, the last one is very apparent. It's very hard to not want to feel weak around people. So for me, my depression, I feel like started when I started college in 2009. College was kind of a hard transition for me. I came from Cass Technical High School, which is one of the top schools in Detroit, and so I was used to being very smart. But then going to University of Michigan, I didn't feel as smart as everyone was around me. My family is not, super well off, especially for a student going to University of Michigan. And my first year of college, we had a lot of financial troubles and issues that kind of began with my father losing a lot of our money and our finances. So I almost kind of got kicked out of college my first year there. My sophomore to senior year kind of triggered a lot of emotions for me. When I was in high school, I weighed about 150 pounds, and by my sophomore year, I weighed about 272. And when you're not going at home as often, and your friends and family see how much weight you put on, they do talk about you. Even if it comes from, some people it did come from like a more friendly place, but I felt hurt. Something that kind of made me not want to come back home. I had a friend that contacted me on Facebook and asked me what I was doing and why I was so fat and what I was doing with my life to make me that. And after that, I kind of stopped going home as often. A lot of that also kind of helped hurt my self-esteem and how I saw myself. I didn't think that I was as beautiful as a lot of the people around me. And it caused me to have a lot of feelings of regret for coming to college.
Come on, daughter, you can do it.
And anger towards myself for letting myself get that way. I'm crying now because I didn't share that with a lot of people. A lot of people tell me when they talk to me that I'm a very smiley, happy person, and I upheld that vision for everyone else because I didn't want people to feel bad for me. I don't like it when people think that I'm weak or I'm lower than them, so I always smile or laugh the pain away to make it go away. On top of that, a lot of people will tell you that I'm kind of like their rock. I keep them emotionally sane. At the same time, my mom was going through a lot of personal issues as well, as she told me to come home more often because she felt like, I was the only person that she could talk to. I also had a cousin who suffered from depression and a lot of other mental issues. While I was going through my depression, she called me threatening to commit suicide. So I had to talk her down from that as I was working on myself. Like I stated, a lot of the reasons why why people don't talk about depression, those were a lot of reasons why I didn't. I was worried that people would see me as differently. I didn't want other people to worry about me. I especially didn't want my family, especially my mom, to worry about me. As the people who are parents know, you always worry about your child. And I know that my mom can worry a lot. And I just didn't want her to have to go through worrying about me while she was also worrying about herself. So I felt like I had to suck it up. And I really tried to, and one day I just couldn't take it anymore. I went to the doctor at my school, and this kind of deterred me from talking about it more. And when I told the doctor about my issues, they basically said, here's some pills, take these, you'll be okay. And I was kind of concerned because I was like, that was way too easy to just get some probably dangerous medicine. So instead of taking the pills, I continued with my thoughts to myself, which caused me to fail a lot of my classes. I would sometimes stay at home and just sleep, cry, whatever I could do without going to school. Now, I'm not telling you this to feel bad for me or feel sad. I promise this is going to have a happy ending. So I guess my turning point. At the time I was also, I'm also Delta, so this was like the first year that I was in, my sorority. And I didn't tell anybody until one day we were sitting around casually talking about life with my sorority sisters. And I casually said, oh yeah, by the way, I'm failing my classes. And I said it just like that as if it was no big deal. And y'all looked at me like, Asia, how could you be failing your classes? And I kind of broke down and cried and told them about everything that had happened. And I think without them and a lot of other people in my life, I don't know what my next thing would have been. From there, I started to share a little bit more with people. One of my best friend, I shared with her, and she was really a big person in my life that helped me deal with it. I also have, like I said, I'm in a sorority, so my Greek network is pretty big. So there's a lot of people there that, love me and accepted me for everything. So in talking with my friend, my best friend, she's a business student, or she was a business student at Ross. And she noticed that I was very passionate about blogging and marketing, and she suggested I do something in that field. So the very first job I got was an empowering women kind of position. I blogged for a natural hair care company where I had the opportunity to learn more about natural hair and women. And so from there, I started doing social media marketing for them and other companies. And I found where my passion was. I loved marketing, I love small businesses, and I love social media. And because of this kind of helped me get out of or make steps into getting out of my depression. Another thing is, like, with social media, there's so many ways to connect with people. And in connecting with people, I saw other women that were like me, that looked like me, and they knew that they were beautiful. And looking at them made me realize that, I should have never doubted my beauty just because somebody stupid wanted to say those things to me. So that really gave me the boost I need. And I'm not going to lie, sometimes I do still have episodes where I feel down on myself, but now I can at least wake up and know that, I'm this beautiful, amazing woman with an amazing mother, family, and friends that love me. What I would tell other people that may be suffering from depression is that they should definitely seek psychological help as opposed to psychiatric help. I think talking with people really helped me a lot more. I took a lot of classes with some psychologists at school, so that helped more than just taking pills. And if you think somebody is going through it, you should definitely talk to them. One of my worries was that people would brush me off and say that it didn't matter, not even go over it, and you shouldn't be worried about that because it's something serious that affects our community in a big way. So, thank you.